It's your girl ChiChi. You know the vibes. So, those that are new to my channel, welcome. And for my new subscribers, thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button one time for your girl. And let's get into it. So, today, as I was doing my meditation, what kept on coming up was for me to do this reading on our shadow. And my shadow has been something serious this week. So, yes, I have been acting out of my trauma that I've been trying to heal. So it's not been good. So I really needed to do this, not just for you guys, but for myself as well. And yeah, so for those of you who don't know what your shadow self is, well, according to psychology, the shadow is the side of your personality that contains all those parts that you don't want to admit that you have, that you don't want to claim. Jealousy, envy, greed, stubbornness, codependency, being manipulative, you know, all that nasty, icky stuff that we don't want to admit that we have. Yeah, it's the dark place within our subconscious mind that contains all those taboo thoughts, feelings, desire, or personality traits that we reject, we bury, we suppress. This is why we have those times that come out and like we have that ugly moment. We're like, oh my God, where did that come from? Yeah, that's because we try to like bury that bad boy. So yeah, today what we're going to do is we're going to speak directly to your shadows, get those messages, and yeah, get some channeled messages, some final messages from spirit, some advice, some guidance. So before we go into the pile selection, please remember this is a general read, okay? I'm going to say it one more time. This is a general read. So only take what resonates and leave the rest behind. And yeah, we're going to get into this pile selection and into the meditation and how I've actually integrated the nails into it is I like to read your energy to make sure that that you have chosen the correct pile for you. And then we'll get into those messages, but I will do for each pile a read on the actual hands and your energy. And let me see, was there anything else? Nope, I think that's about it. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so pile 1. When nothing is sure, everything is possible. It's like the rainbow. It's kind of like rainbow butterfly. Okay. And pile 2, follow your heart with the Minnie Mouse and the 3D. So cute. And then don't try and come from my hand, okay? I know she's a mess, but she's been with me from the beginning. With the pentagram and the love of yourself. Man, she's been through things. She has been through things. Look at that. And then pile 4 with the best is yet to come. All right, guys, so we're going to start the meditation, and I will see you at your pile. Bye, guys. So you guys chose the butterflies, kind of rainbow, with the when nothing is sure, everything is possible. So what I'm actually going to do, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to read your energy off of the nails just to make sure that you chosen the right pile. And then we'll get some advice and some channeled messages from Spirit. All right. So, the first message that I got actually when I was doing this, it had a lot to do with you wear a mask. Okay, like, well, first of all, I feel like there is a lot of water energy. So you could be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or have a lot of water in your chart. Something that you should definitely do, if you've already done your birth chart, you should do your Draconic chart. I'm going to leave a link below so that you can do that. The Draconic chart is, it's basically what your birth chart is, but it's for your actual soul. So we'll give you the characteristics, the personality of your actual soul, because your birth chart, your natal chart, gives you the personality of your ego. So the Draconic birth chart gives you the personalities of your soul, which is really dope. So Spirit wants me to have you do that. So yeah, definitely look it up. I'll put the link below for you. But yeah, the first thing when I first started putting, when I first started doing the nails, the first thing that came to my mind was, of course, the butterflies, which means transformation. So you could be in a transformation, like you're going through a transformation, or you could be in transition. Because I do feel like there's a lot of growth that you've been going through. I do feel like you have been working on yourself. I feel like this year especially, I feel like before you were dabbling in like taking care of yourself, but this year I feel like you've actually put in a lot of work to start taking care of yourself and to really figure out who you are on a soul level. I also felt that you don't like to show people your vulnerable side. You do show it, but it's like something that doesn't make you feel comfortable. It's real hard for you to feel safe. Which is crazy because the energy that I get off of this is Earth Angel. Yeah, because you have like a natural ability to, you're an old soul. You're definitely an old soul. You've probably heard in the past that you're very mature for your age. You probably had friends that were a lot older than you. If you had younger friends, they probably annoyed you if they weren't as mature as you. I feel like even you being younger, you would have people come to you that were way older than you to actually ask you for advice. And you always like, it feels like it was like an inside thing that you would actually not, you would just think to yourself like, you're really coming to me for advice? You're like way older than me. but you have a lot of compassion. You truly believe that there is good in everyone. I feel like one of your spiritual gifts that you have is being able to see through people. Like, no one can really lie to you because you pay attention to body language, you pay attention to the way a person moves, you pay attention to what they say, like word for word. Like if they say one word, you scan them down to make sure that that word matches with their body language. I really do feel like Scorpio energy, but it could be, you know, any of the three water signs. I do feel like you're very deep. But yeah, if you just started your spiritual journey and your journey on, you know, being self-aware, really figuring out who you are, that is something that you've always known, that you can read people, like read them up and down. And the other thing is that I feel like people have always come to you to talk about their problems. You always have given good advice. I feel like, but it's hard for you to take your own advice. And it's crazy because you really do give good advice to other people. But you have this way of hiding behind masks. And you've done it for a long time. It's been easier for you to hide behind a mask than to show people that you're vulnerable. And it's crazy because people see your compassion because of the way that you treat them. So they know that you're very compassionate. They know that you just have a good heart. But you don't like to like if you're going through something, that's when you put the mask up. Everyone's not going to know your business. They don't need to know. Yeah, you've probably been told that, you know, you're naive because you do believe that there's good in everyone. But I do feel like you've had issues with control. I feel like you were put in a lot of positions where you just didn't have control. You had to go with what was being said, what was being done, and you didn't have control over that situation. So as you got older, you feel more comfortable being in control about things, which brings me to when nothing is sure, everything is possible. I feel like that's something that you're learning to be okay in that type of energy, but it's been very hard for you to be like that, to actually sit in that type of energy, especially because you have that that leadership quality about you. You're a natural healer. And I feel like when you go into anyone's life, when you enter anyone's life, you actually transform them. That's why I feel like you could be a Scorpio, but there's definitely a lot of water again. But I do feel like there's a lot of Scorpios because Scorpios, when they enter into someone's life, there's always some type of transformation. So you could have, it doesn't have to be your sun, moon, or rising, but it's there. There has to be a lot in your chart because of that, because you really do transform people. And it's not even like you force them to do it. It's just the way that you carry yourself. If you're in a relationship with them, it could be a little bit controlling, but you kind of like don't see it like that. You just see it like, hey, I'm just trying to have you be better, want more. And you've also wanted security. I definitely feel like you're stepping into the unknown. And this is one of the things that's the unknown. The fact that when nothing is for sure, everything is possible. And that unknown, like that, it fits perfectly with that. Um, you not having something put in place, like just going with the flow. That's not something that you're used to. I do feel like there is some resistance because of that, because you do have um, control issues where it comes to like feeling safe. You have to have like a schedule. It has to be done like this, like, and I feel like this past year has kind of like changed your whole way of moving, and that's where your resistance is coming from. I feel like you do work hard to stay positive and keep your vibration high, but I do feel like it's been a battle. I do see here as well that you may have battled with depression, and your spirit guides, your team, they're so happy with you because you've been working so hard intentionally to be happy, like putting in effort every day to make sure that you stay optimistic. And because of this, you're actually attracting the things that you want into your life. You're becoming a super attractor. I definitely feel like you are a star seed and you're going through a shift in consciousness. I really do feel like there is a shift in consciousness happening right now. There's going to be expansion. So I was going to do the angel tarot for pile 1 for this pile, but I'm actually going to do this instead. So let's see, messages from your shadow self. Ooh. Okay, suppression, moment to moment, guidance. Yeah, I do feel that there is a lot of bottling up that you do. And you're in survival mode. That's why you're moving moment to moment. It feels like there's been a lot for you to juggle and balance. I have this overwhelming feeling of just like being alone and carrying the world on my shoulders. And you have angelic guidance. You have your spirit guides. You are very connected to the angelic realm. I'm definitely feeling earth angel vibes. And I feel like what your shadow is wanting to tell you is that you need to embrace all parts of you. Not just what other people want to see. Because I have this feeling that you've only been showing the side of you. Yeah, when I was doing the reading on the nails, you wear a lot of masks and you feel comfortable behind the mask because you don't like to show your authentic self. And this is why your shadow, you may be going through some conflicts with different people, and I don't feel like they even know where it's coming from, because you have this way of wearing mask and you kind of like do this thing where you don't speak your truth necessarily. It's more like, okay, I don't want to like cause like an issue. I don't want to make something that seems small into something big. But your shadow is not playing that game anymore. I do feel like you have definitely acted out and felt ashamed about it. There's a weird feeling of you feeling ashamed but good at the same time, because, and I feel like that's your shadow actually really making its presence known, because it's tired of you not acknowledging the fact that you need to be heard, that your voice is valuable. Your presence is valuable. Because this causes like a lot of internal conflict within yourself. And in that same place, it causes more external conflict as well. Because you have this tendency, since you don't speak what you're feeling, it's like, that's why I said I feel like you guys don't really like, people that upset you don't know it, because you don't really speak on it. It's more like, okay, I'm gonna let that slide. But you say that so much, then it comes out. And then if a person just asks you for a pen, you just go off. And it's not about the pen, it's about all the other things that pissed you off from the beginning that you just kept suppressing. So you have to work on your shadow. Wants you to work on your voice, your throat chakra, opening that bad boy up and speaking how you feel, because it's going to cause less conflict around you and within you. And I do feel like this is like, your shadow doesn't want you to continue to try to do this balancing act for the benefit of others and not for yourself. This also reminds me of like a person constantly walking on eggshells. But I feel like you've been being triggered a lot lately. And remember that when you are actually being triggered, that's a moment for you to take a step back and really try to figure out what about this person's behavior, or what about whatever is going on at that time is triggering you. That's a time for you to look deep within yourself to figure out why you're being triggered so hard. And continue to work with your guides. I feel like for some of you, you haven't been taking the time out to meditate the way that you should. Even if it's for 5 minutes, try to do that every day. That is a form of self-love. And I'm seeing bubble baths, so you need to start taking, take a bubble bath. Do something good for yourself. But work with your angels, work with your guides, work with your ancestors, because they really want to work with you. And they're constantly around you. I'm going to pull one more. I'm being guided to pull one more. So let's just go ahead and do that one time. We are the world. And see, this is funny because I really felt that I needed to let you know that you're a starseed, but I feel like you know that. But with we are the world, that's like the first thing that's like popping up to me. The other thing is the colors of the chakra. Make sure that you are keeping yourself balanced. Do sound baths. Friendliness. Yeah. And this is what I meant earlier when I was saying that it could be conflict. This is why you have to speak your truth. You have to, boundaries. Your guides, your shadow is talking about boundaries. So if you, that's so funny, talk out your neck, I like specifically heard that, like talking out your neck. If you get aggravated with someone, like take a step back before you like, your friendliness, your sweet side will come out the more that you let people know how to treat you. You have to teach someone how to treat you because you've spent a lot of time not trying to rock the boat, and it's not going to work for you anymore. And your shadow is not having it. So I feel like that's why this came out, friendliness. But you'll be able to be, because you're naturally a loving person. It's just that because you don't speak from, trying not to like hurt somebody's feelings or something like that. For whatever reason, you don't want to rock the boat. It kind of makes you, get nasty when it's like not necessary. And then you end up feeling guilt and feeling bad about this. So, your shadow really wants you to start looking within and really putting up the boundaries and speaking from a place of the spiritual wisdom that's within you. But definitely, you are divinely guided with your angels, and I'm being guided. I wasn't gonna grab this, but I should have known better. Your guides want you to start working with your angels that are with you. So let's see what angels they want you to work with. And then we'll get into your oracle cards and get your final messages. Yeah, oh my God, look, I'm actually healing, y'all. This ascension has not been easy. Comment below and let me know how your ascension has been. Okay, let's see. Archangel Aurora. Welcome new beginnings. Let the sun shine in your life. Yes. Aww. Okay. Lord. Okay, I'm not going to even attempt to do that. Accept and send healing. You are a being of the universe. So definitely work with these two because they're with you. And Archangel Raphael is really good. Well, what he helps heal is your heart chakra. So you definitely want to work with those three. Okay, let's get your oracle. Okay, so these were pre-shuffled. Twin flames. Ooh, that's why you be... Oh, goodness gracious. This is why you're being... this is why you're being triggered. Not... Whew. Twin flames ain't no joke. Okay? I said in my last video, they are no joke. They will... I am currently in union with my twin flame that I have chosen to be with for the rest of my life. And boy, when I tell you, some days I just wanna love on him and and there's other days where I'm like, you know, my life would just be so much easier if you weren't part of it. Twin flames ain't no joke. And if you aren't in your twin flame union, understand that it will be happening. Yeah, so wow, your twin flame, you're going to be in union with your twin flame. If you are in union with your twin flame, understand that they are the mirror of you. They will do things that will annoy you, things that will trigger you, that will make you be like judgmental, like, oh my God, I can't believe you act like that. They're going to do everything. And it is not for you to be like, oh, judgmental. Oh, you know, it is more when you get triggered, especially with your twin flame, it is so that you can look at yourself and really understand where that behavior comes from. And learn compassion, not just for your partner, but for yourself as well. I'm going to pray for y'all. Peace. Yes. This, you guys, that's what I was saying for you guys to start doing your meditation. Make sure you're doing sound baths. And look, my throat is acting up. So again, what I was saying earlier, you need to speak up. That's what's going to stop. This is what's going to bring more peace, is when you speak up and you make that line. Don't cross this line. And definitely start doing yoga, meditation, because look how peaceful she is. I'm a little bit envious right now from how peaceful she is. Earth and ground, yes. Yeah, okay, again. Yeah, you guys really need to speak up because my throat now, I feel like there's a truth that you haven't been speaking. And it's been hard for you to actually say it out loud. So yeah, yoga, meditation, your shadow, if you do not work with that, your shadow is not going to work with you. And your shadow really wants to come in full union with you. Make sure you're grounding yourself. Make sure that you're spending time in nature. Inner child. Yeah. Try to do meditations with your inner child. I actually have a little place that I go to in my head I used to love The Little Mermaid. I turned into a little mermaid. I swim to the bottom of the ocean. Man, I'm telling y'all all my business. I swim to the bottom of the ocean. I grab I have like this key around my neck, and then I go all the way to the bottom of the ocean. There's a little treasure chest there waiting for me. I take the key off my neck. I unlock the treasure chest, and then I have this crystal ball that comes out. And then I swim all the way to the top of the ocean, and I put my hand out, and in that crystal ball is my special place. And I have my inner child there, and I just act like a big old kid when I am there. And your shadow really wants you to do the inner healing of your inner child. You need to mother yourself. Hug yourself. Hug that little child. Imagine you giving that little boy, that little girl, the love that that you needed, that you may have not experienced. And if you had experienced, maybe you didn't experience it all the time or as much as you needed. And that's why your inner child's coming out. But it's not only for that, for inner child healing. I also feel like you need to be using your imagination. Do things that remind you of being a child, you know. Go to the park. I'm seeing like the swings. Color. Put on Disney movies, stuff like that. Because your inner child is really what also helps you be creative, and not in just art and things of that nature, but creative to a place where you can actually make money off of it, and you have fulfillment on a soul level. Because, you know, money isn't everything. You can have all the money in the world. It's not going to make you happy. It's going to make you comfortable. Yep. And I would rather be comfortable and miserable than broke and miserable. But yeah, definitely work with your inner child. Like, your inner child really wants to create with you. You got twin flames again. Your passion ignites. Yes, and that's another thing. See, your twin, like, everything is coming into place to bring you into a more grounded, more peaceful. It's like everything's coming together. Your life partner, you're healing from when you were, a child, grounding yourself so that you stay present. Like, there's all of this is happening all at the same time. Look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. And that's what I was saying with the triggering part. You really need to take that time before you act out or speak, step back and really look in. That's so crazy because I was saying go within. Look inside yourself and really take that time to figure out, okay, what about what is happening around me is triggering me? What about this person's behavior is really triggering me? What about what this person isn't doing is triggering me? Let's say you are in union with your partner and they're not doing something specifically, like, let's just say, like, being as affectionate. Why does that trigger you? Take that time to look within yourself. To figure out where those triggers are coming from. Letting go. I don't dwell on bad things that happen. I let things go because I have enough heavy things to carry around. And also, grudges aren't a great look. Yes. So, yeah, it's time for you. That's why I said all these things are happening to bring you into balance. I feel like there's so much positivity that's going to be coming, so much peace. In a place that you've never felt before. You're still going to be triggered. Life is very up and down, duality, polarity, all that stuff, all that good stuff, being a human, that we have to go through. But yeah, you don't need to dwell on things that happened in the past. Everything happens for a reason. Look at your past as a learning. Oh wow, I have a song that just popped in my head. Lead the Way. Look up that song. Lead the Way. It's a beautiful song. But yeah, your shadow really wants you to come out of the shadows and learn from your mistakes, but don't beat yourself up about them. Life is not meant to be perfect. You can't have perfection without having the mistakes. There's this Netflix, Kevin Hart, Don't F This Up. He says this joke that he says, God, I can't remember exactly what it was, but basically was that he was trying to be perfect, but he says, you know, it's so true. Like, how do you know what perfect is? The only way you know what perfect is from your imperfections. It's from your mistakes that you know, oh, this is what perfect looks like. So that's a message in itself. So let's get some final messages for you. Let's see. Okay, so the mermaids want to come out. Okay, that's what we're doing. Let's see. Okay. The mirror of the mermaids will show you what you need to know. The mystery you have been seeking. The mystery you have been seeking an answer for will soon reveal its secrets to you, rising up out of the great unknown. And we were talking about mirrors. Yeah, I feel like there's something that, I feel like this could be like you've been asking about what you should do with your life right now, maybe a career change. Yeah, you're asking for something specifically, and the mermaids are saying you're gonna get that answer. I'm also being shown a book. So maybe the answers that you're seeking are in a book. Go into, if you have books in your house, they're also saying to check in. Just grab a random book and open the page. Close your eyes before you do it, and ask Spirit to give the message that you need to hear. They're showing a book though. Okay, ebb and flow. Everything changes. There are times when the waters of life rush in and times when they recede. You now flow with the natural rise and fall of energies. Yeah. Remember what I was saying? The ups and downs? Okay. And let's do this. Angels. Message. Okay, I am in the process of positive change. Yes, baby. I am unfolding in fulfilling ways. Only good can come to me. I now express health, happiness, prosperity, and peace of mind. Yes, see, remember when I was telling you everything's falling into place? Health, happiness, prosperity, peace of mind, all that you getting, all right? Okay, guys, well, those are your messages. I just want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides. I really hope you received all the messages that you needed to hear. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button one time for your girl. And yeah, let me know how this resonated. You know, I want to know what's going on in your life. And again, I really thank you for all the love and support. I love how I'm growing. I love being with you guys and seeing that I'm not alone when it comes to this, because you guys are my family as well. We going through all this together, okay? Y'all ain't alone, and neither am I. But most importantly, guys, remember, your body's a temple, so cherish it. Your spirit is perfection, so embrace it. Your soul is limitless, so free it. And always, but always, stay true to you. Take care, guys. Hey, my pile two. So, you guys chose the Follow Your Heart with the 3D and the Minnie Mouse hearts. All right. So I'm going to do the reading on the hand, just to make sure that you have chosen the right pile. Then we'll get into messages from your shadow and final messages from spirit. Okay. So I do feel like you are extremely loving. You are a hopeless romantic. You really believe that love conquers all. And even though you believe that, you still find it difficult to show your true authentic self. There's still things that you keep hidden. Like, and I don't feel like it's like a deep secret. It's just like, no, this is my private thing. Like, I'm just gonna give an example. Well, I like to write poetry, right? But when I write poetry, I don't like to share it with everyone. It's my little thing. So I feel like you guys definitely have that, where you don't like to show every single aspect of yourself. But even when in union, you still you still find it difficult to show your true authentic self. I really do feel like you guys love nature. And there's something about your voice. There's something about your voice that, like, it's like magic. Like, it enchants people. You guys could be really good public speakers, really good over the phone. There's something healing, something very enchanting about your voice. You could be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. You love being social, but you love your alone time as well. And you need it to, like, energize yourself. Okay, it took me close to 2 hours to come up with this design that is actually pretty simple. And that just lets me know that you have you could have issues with being indecisive. Feeling like overwhelmed with too many options. You do try to stay as balanced as possible in all areas, but it doesn't, I really do feel like a lot of like the Libra energy. But again, you don't have to be those signs. But yeah, you try to be as balanced as possible in all areas of life. And you get real irritated when things come out of balance, when things don't work out in your favor in that way. You definitely stay in your head a lot. Like to the point where I'm getting a vision of like you rubbing like your temple, rubbing your head from like overthinking, overanalyzing. Oh, that's probably the, yeah. You do that a lot. And it really messes with your decisions. I do feel earth energy as well, so you could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. You try to keep things lighthearted as much as possible. Like you can be a goofball, but it's really part of your charm as well. Like you could really make anything lighthearted. You're kind of like the person that says like a joke in like the in an inappropriate time, but it like breaks the ice, and then it, you know, it like relieves all the stress in the room. You like try to strive to be like the best at everything. I'm hearing like be all you can be. Oh, wow. Okay, so you could be in the military, because that's what that phrase reminds me of. But you do have an issue sometimes with completing things. Like if you start a project, it forces you, like it really annoys you if you don't complete it. You have to like really force yourself to complete things altogether. If you start a project, if you start let's just say like a poem or something, you just have an issue completing things. You do complete them, but it takes a lot of effort. I do feel overall that you do follow your heart. And I do feel that there's been times when you have actually been upset with yourself for following your heart, because it didn't give you the outcome that you expected. You definitely have this playful, childlike innocence that you really do keep hidden. You have a very strong connection with animals in a deep way. And you don't really like to show your vulnerable side. If you do show it, you only show it to people that you really, really trust. You have a real good sense of humor. Like I said, you know, you make jokes at inappropriate times. I really mess with you. Like, I really bug with you, okay? Because I do the same thing. But everybody laughs, you know? It really does break the ice. You have a very, very beautiful soul, though. You really do. Very magical. Okay, so let's get into the cards. So, Okay. Stay still. Okay, so let's see. Spirit, what is the message for pile 2? Spirit, what is the message for pile 2? What is the message for pile 2? What is the message for pile 2? I'm sorry about that. What is the message for pile 2? Spirit, what is the message for pile 2? Adventure. Okay. Spirit, what is the message for pile 2? Success. Compromise. Existence. One more, Spirit. Postponement. Spirit, can I have a clarifier on postponement? Completion. Okay. Okay, so what your shadow wants you to know is that your shadow wants you to be more free. Your shadow wants you to come out of the darkness, to actually enjoy adventure. Stop saying no to everything I'm hearing. Actually, you know, take a leap of faith. Do those things that you've always wanted to do but have always felt scared or fearful. But yeah, I'm hearing take a leap of faith, because not only are you going to have a new adventure, but this is starting a whole new journey, because you've been in stagnant energy, and it's because you have been coming into completion with a cycle. And okay, so with this, I feel like I honestly feel like your shadow is like telling you, like, hey, I'm willing to compromise with you. Like, I won't cause you nothing too crazy if you start doing the things that will make us feel whole. Because you're like blossoming. Like, this right here reminds me of like a flower and it fully opening. So I really do feel like, I think that's so funny, because I really do feel like, you know, like I feel like this is the feminine, the masculine, but I really feel like it's like your shadow that's like trying to like make a deal with you for you to take that leap of faith. Maybe you've been feeling like irritable, you know, snappy, just don't feel right. I feel like the phrase, I need space. So yeah, and it's because you've been in stagnant energy, but it's because you're coming to a completion. And you're going to be blossoming. But your shadow really wants you to stop saying no to everything. Stop coming up with excuses for things that haven't really manifested yet. Because like what your shadow is saying is like, you have a tendency when you start thinking about your plans, about whether it's like a project, whether it's work or starting a new business, whatever the case may be, it's like you think it through, right? And then in the middle of it, it's kind of like you talk yourself out of it, like it already happened and all the bad things happened with it. And so your success lies in taking a leap of faith and enjoying the adventure, because your soul really wants to experience success, experience adventure. It's been stagnant for too long. You've been stagnant for too long. Okay, so let's get your oracle. Healing earth, the power to give and receive healing. Yes, I was gonna say that earlier. Like, I feel like you guys definitely have healing energy, but I feel like the healing that you need is with your leap of faith. I feel like you guys could have like you guys could be late bloomers, and the things that you've tried to work towards didn't really work out in the past, so it's kind of made you fearful of going after new things, and you receive healing by your work, whatever you want to do. I feel like it could be like a healing business. You could be a counselor, but whatever it is, you not only give healing, but by doing what it is that you want to do, you will receive healing in that as well. Patience. Yeah, have patience with yourself. Have patience with the process, because you're healing. Know that everything works in divine timing. Ooh, spiritual growth. Yes. Yes, baby. That means, like, I truly feel like some of you guys have your third eye opening. You're starting to realize where there were illusions and where there, what's the truth behind everything. Oh, I'm hearing, looking up conspiracy theories. Listen, you're going to be going through a lot of rabbit holes. I will tell you that right now. Balance. Yes, come into balance. You're coming into balance. Make sure that you are having the time for yourself. Make sure that you're practicing self-love. Make sure that you are doing sound baths. I say this all the time. Meditation, things of that nature that will keep you balanced. Make sure that the giving and receiving that you're doing, make sure that the giving that you're doing is you're open to receiving as well, because it needs to be of equal exchange. If you're in a relationship, in any relationship that you're in, there has to be an equal amount of giving and receiving. A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. I feel like this could be for some of you. If you're in union, yes, this is your partner. If you're not in union, I feel like this is coming from an ex. That's interesting. And if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind. For the heart is the gateway to the soul. Yeah. So that's what I was saying. Like, you may be scared, or you may have not realized exactly what you want to do. I do have a feeling like that you guys have been, there's something that is coming up for you, but for some reason you don't feel like it's possible, or not that it's not possible. Not a lot of people have done it. Maybe not, you don't know people. You guys could be content creators. So this is like something new, because, you know, no one around you has done it. But if you haven't figured out what you want to do, yeah, you need to start going within and sit with yourself. Try new things. Open yourself up to the adventures that you can possibly have on this journey of finding out what it is that you want, what it is that you're good at. because with your spiritual growth, listen, when I started from the beginning, there was so many gifts that came with my, I didn't even know I could paint. I didn't know I could draw. I didn't know any of those things. Those things started happening the moment I opened myself up to it and actually tried it. And I had so many gifts that were just like there, and I never knew I had them. So I feel like that's a message in itself for you, that you should continue to open yourself up to see what you're good at, and if there's something that you've been wanting to do or been kind of like iffy about. I'm hearing tarot as well. So yeah, do it. Start a channel. Do it. You really should. Like, this is confirmation that whatever you've been asking about, um do it. You know, spirit, your spirit guides, your shadow, like everybody's like, do it. And if you don't know what that is yet, try new things. You'll find it, and you'll find it during that, as you're actually trying new things. And it's fun when you try new things. Good things to come. See? Yeah. There's so many gifts, so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper, but they will show up when the time is right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. You see, that's what I was saying. That was the exact thing that I was just saying about when I started going through my spiritual awakening and opening myself up to my gifts and started dabbling in everything. That's when I started realizing, oh my God, I know how to do this, and where did this come from? And that you're about to be on that journey. So yes, open yourself up to those things. So I'm just gonna pull. Let me see. I'm just gonna get some final messages. I am beautiful. Yes, you are. Inside and out. I am grateful, or I feel grateful. Yes. Make sure that you're practicing gratitude. Okay, final messages, Spirit. Final messages, angels. Please and thank you. Okay. I claim my own power, and I lovingly create my own reality. I ask for more understanding so that I may knowingly and lovingly shape my world and my experiences. Yes, I deserve the best, and I accept the best now. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. Yes, baby. Okay, guys, well, those are your messages. I just want to thank your guides and my guides. I really hope that you received the messages that you needed to hear. I feel so honored to be your messenger, and I really appreciate all the love and all the support, guys. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button one time for your girl. And for those who have already done that, I thank you for subscribing. Make sure you hit that notification bell, ding, ding. That way you can receive a notification every time I upload. And again, I appreciate all the love, all the support. But most importantly, guys, remember, your body's a temple, so cherish it. Your spirit is perfection, so embrace it. Your soul is limitless, so free it, baby. And always, but always, stay true to you. Take care, guys. Hi, I'm about 3. So you guys chose the pentagram with the butterflies and the love yourself. Mm-hmm. Okay. So I feel like you guys are very practical and logical. Um, you don't like to deal with like emotional situations. Not because you're like unemotional and unattached and or detached. More so because you don't believe that every decision has to be made from a emotional point. Like you like to have facts. Um you do have a you have a like a matter of fact attitude towards life. You do have like beliefs of higher power, um divination, things of that nature, but you have like a science basis to that. um I'm hearing like engineer. I don't know. I don't know where that came from, but I heard that. You guys are like very, some people would say like you guys are very strict, like very like you like things done in a certain way. You like a schedule. You don't like things to be very go with the flow. Yeah, it's you don't like that. Very similar to another pile. um hmm. You move like you're always late. Like you could have um you could have issues with or struggles, sorry, um or struggle with like anxiety because I feel like you're always moving. Like that's the way that you feel more comfortable, but I feel like you do that to like kind of distract yourself from the inside. You've learned how to look at emotions from your mind instead of from your heart. So, mm, yeah, your your shadow. Well, we'll get into the shadow messages, but um, you actually learning to look at your emotions a from your mind instead of your heart. It makes it seem like you don't, like if you're a cold-hearted person, but you're not. It's just a way that you have coped with things, because you didn't have many coping mechanisms. You weren't taught those coping mechanisms. So you could have been in abusive household, um, or when you were younger, you could have had an abusive parent, but you learned from those things how to look at your emotions um, from your mind instead of your heart, so you wouldn't have to feel them. You believe very much though in being authentic, speaking from a place of truth. But I feel like when you give someone their truth, like it's a bit harsh. I'm definitely feeling fire energy. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. As well as water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, all sun, moon, rising. But you don't have to be those signs. And I feel like when you give out those truths, I feel like the people that you say it to, they don't be ready. Like, I wasn't ready. Yeah, they weren't ready. Sometimes your words can sting people. And you have like this tough outer shell. But deep down, you really do have a really good heart. And you just want to be loved. But you have to be able to open up your heart. And you have to love yourself before you can be open to love. Okay, so let's get into the tarot. Spirit. What are the messages for pile 3? The messages for pile 3 from their shadow. What does it want to tell them? What are the messages for pile 3? The miser. What are the messages for pile 3? Understanding. Thank you. Ooh. Going with the flow. Burden. And the mask. Okay. Guilt. Bottom of the deck. Okay. So. It's funny that this came out. And I was saying that earlier that when I was doing the reading, that you don't really care for the going with the flow. So I feel like your shadow is trying to say that it's like you're trying to hoard things. Those inner treasures, those gifts that you have, they're within you, but you have them locked up. And it's like you're hoarding them. You're probably struggling with lack consciousness. But it's like she just looks miserable. She has everything. She's holding on to everything real tight. She doesn't look happy at all. And it has a lot to do with you moving from a place of your mind instead of your heart. Understanding. I do feel like you're coming into a place of understanding, and your shadow that's what your shadow really wants you to know as well, that you need to the way to get through this, because this is heavy energy to be in, is to go with the flow. You have to be able to let go of control, so that you can experience peace. Because this right here, it looks like the birds are in a cage and the door was opened up. You don't have to have everything in order for you to have to feel safe. And I feel like that's one of the biggest burdens that you carry, is I feel like you do a lot to keep yourself distracted, and your shadow really wants you to accept what has happened in the past, accept the mistakes that you've made, and forgive yourself and move forward. Because I feel like if you look, it looks like, yeah, he's carrying those two. Like, you don't need to carry this burden. You don't need to carry this pain with you anymore. I feel like that's the overall message, is like you're carrying too much. It's like you're holding on. You probably have an issue with holding grudges too. You need to, what's going to help you with grudges is to be able to let go. Forgive yourself. Learn to love yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. Take it easy on yourself. Really learning to let go is how you're going to be in flow. And it's not about, oh, just go with the flow, like you're not going to have any type of structure. No, you'll be able to still have structure. You'll still be able to have a schedule, but it's not micromanaging. You don't need to micromanage the universe, because the universe wants to work with you. Your dark and your light side want to come together. I'm seeing the peace sign. And your shadow is saying to show all those parts of you, not just the parts that make you feel comfortable. Putting on a mask. Take the mask off. Because I feel like that tender side, you don't show to anyone. That you keep masked. And I feel like the mask that you wear is very matter of fact. And your guides, your shadow, the message is to start working to heal on your heart. Don't let the darkness take over. Don't let what other people have done to you give you the excuse to look for revenge. Because it's only going to make you miserable. It's going to give you some temporary satisfaction. I ain't going to lie about that. Because I've done... God's still working on me. But I've done some stuff that in the moment, it felt so good. And I was like, ooh, you deserve that. You deserve that. Ooh, you got what you deserved. I've done that quite a lot. Okay, don't judge me. But later on, you feel really bad about it. So don't sabotage yourself, because you're just adding more burden to you. And if you're in a relationship that does not make you happy, get out. That is a choice that you are choosing, to stay in a relationship that doesn't serve you. Now, I want to be very clear that if you are in a relationship that you feel doesn't serve you, really think about it, because, I mean, you have so much going on. Just make sure that it's not you that's just trying to run away, but really this relationship doesn't serve you. Because I do feel like you guys do a lot to make people really have, like, you keep your guard up and you push people out. So just make sure that you're not testing the person that you're with. For those of you that are in union that feel like, okay, I really need to get away or have broken up, just make sure that you are not looking for reasons to leave the relationship and then say, oh, okay, it was because of this, you know. Because all you're going to do is hurt yourself. And it's because you've had this wall, this fence, this electric fence that nobody can break through around your heart. And go with the flow. Okay, let's get into your oracles. Let me see. Harvest. Gathering of blessings. Ooh, you got some blessings coming to you. Action. So if there's been something that you've wanted to work on, your shadow, your guides, they really want you to take action. This is also, if what I was saying earlier, if you really feel like you're in a relationship that no longer serves you, you need to take action and leave the relationship. But overall, I feel like the action that you take, if this is towards a new business, a new idea, a new invention, I'm hearing, taking action is going to, you're going to be able to grab your blessings, you know, gather all your blessings. Like, there's a lot of blessings coming in, and not just material. Fulfillment, healing energy. Yes. Start working with Archangel Raphael. He is the angel that works with your heart chakra. And I'm going to pull, I'm sorry guys, I'm just going to pull one of these as well, because I do feel like I should, I'm guided to. Archangel Morel, manifest for the highest good, work with pure love. Yeah, you see, definitely work with this angel. It's going to help your manifestations when you're working from your heart space. It's hard for you to manifest. It's going to take a lot longer if your heart is closed off. Rest. Yeah, you need to take some rest. So if you've been doing a lot of work, I just feel like the healing, I feel like you need to rest your mind as well. Like, I feel like I have a headache. Trust. Oh, so you are going through a transformation and a new beginning. Okay. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. So yes, if you are in a relationship and you do feel like things are going to get better, it's not that you just need to leave. The relationship still serves you. Then yeah, trust. Pray for the change, and pray from a place that that you feel powerful from, not from a place of please make sure this happens. It has to come from a place of yes, I'm in my power, I know this is what's right for me, and I'm claiming it. You have to claim your blessings. New beginning, a new adventure awaits. Embrace it. Live your dreams passionately. Yes, go after your dreams. Keep going, because your blessings, okay? Your harvest is coming. Worthiness. I am worthy of the ultimate happiness. I deserve and accept it. And damn it, I'm not going to feel guilty about it when I get it. Guilt is not invited to my happiness party. I won't even tell them where it is. If he asks about it, I'll be like, no, I think you're thinking of something else. And then I'll run away very quickly. Okay, so let's get some final messages for you guys. I feel alone. Aww. Yeah, see, that's what I was saying. It's because you, like, for some of you guys, it could be that you have your heart space, closed right now. You're going through healing, but understand that you're never alone. There's so many angels. There's so many people on your team. Connect with your ancestors. Call your friends, because I feel like, and if you don't feel like you have many friends, speak to your family. Speak to someone that understands, because I know it's hard for you to be vulnerable, but I don't think you realize how many people really want to be there for you. It's just more so that you push people away. If you open yourself up, you'll be surprised how many people actually love you and want to be there for you. And if this is about a union that you're no longer in, spend time again with your family. Calling your soul family. Actually call them in. Do it as a prayer. Go outside, speak to the stars, ask the stars to send in your soul family, because you're not alone. You're not. I will guide. Yeah, you are stepping into a place of leadership. So let's get your final message. Let's see. Okay. I am at peace with my sexuality. I rejoice in my sexuality and in my own body. My body is perfect for me in this lifetime. I embrace myself with love and compassion. Yeah, don't apologize for your sexuality either. This is like the best time in history for you to be open about who you really are. I am beautiful and everybody loves me. I radiate acceptance. I am deeply loved by others. Love surrounds me and protects me. Yes, so those are your messages. I just want to take this time to thank your guides, my guides. I'm really honored to be able to give you these messages and to be your messenger. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button one time for your girl. And I appreciate all the love and all the support, guys. Don't forget to go ahead and hit that notification bell if you've already subscribed, so that way you can be notified every time I upload. But most importantly, guys, remember, your body is a temple, so cherish it. Your spirit is perfection, so embrace it. Your soul is limitless, so free it. And always, but always, stay true to you. Take care, guys. Hey, my pile 4. So, you guys chose The Best Is Yet to Come. And let's see. Okay. I feel like you guys have been on this journey of a level up. Yeah, I do feel like you have been consistently leveling up, whether it be in like the physical or in the spiritual or all the above. Yeah, I feel like you guys are really going through a transformation from the inside out. But like I said, it's been like like level by level. I'm seeing like stairs. I feel like you have been feeling more comfortable with expressing the true you, your own skin, loving who you are, embracing everything about you. I have like I want to laugh right now, and it's the energy that you guys have. It's like very very happy. Thank you. I needed this energy. Yeah, I feel like you went through depression. You had struggled with depression for a while. People pleasing. But it's like, nah, you ain't with that no more. It's like having everything being black and white to like color. Like, you know, like a black and white TV to like a color TV. I do feel like you guys are very much in working with your shadow, working to integrate your shadow, learning how to use your weaknesses. Wow, okay, yeah, learning to use your weaknesses. I'm hearing Drake when he says, I worked with my negatives. Yeah. It's like you started learning how to use your weakness as an advantage. It's no longer a weakness. You've started to as well really understand other people and their behaviors from a loving place. But it hasn't been easy. It's progressive. It's getting better and better. You could love fashion. Definitely creative. Could be a painter, love to paint, love to draw, love creative things. I'm seeing like when you take a plate and you turn it into a souvenir, like just being able to turn things into something creative. Oh, you have a lot of Venusian energy. I feel like one of your guides are Venusian. But yeah, definitely working with your shadow and actually integrating it. Coming to a place of more acceptance within yourself. I feel like there's some of you haven't has been scared to, like, and maybe not scared, but fearful of showing your talent. But you're very, very talented. And yeah, the best is yet to come. Like, you're consistently leveling up. Like, and you haven't seen anything yet. You haven't, like, not that you haven't seen anything, but what I mean is, if you think that's good, you have not seen nothing yet. Like, what's coming, oh yeah. I'm hearing that some of you guys could be in finance as well. Check cashing. Maybe Scott. I don't know. I just heard that too. Some of you guys journal. Could be writers as well. But you have a lot of gifts that are coming to the surface because you're starting to learn to love all of those things about you. Even the things at one point that you didn't find favorable. And in relationships, you are a lover, not a fighter. But if they bring it, they can get it. All right, guys, let's get into your tarot. Let's see what's going on. What's going on? Okay, Spirit. What is powerful message from the shadow?
Alex Rodriguez, the long fall for the one-time Golden Boy of Baseball Heisman Player this morning. The season was reduced to 162 games, down from 211 originally given by Commissioner Sealy. Could it be the Michael Jordan of baseball? You pretty much forget the Hall of Fame. Who looks worse, A-Rod or Major League Baseball? Nobody looks worse than A-Rod. That's the situation at first base. Here, Alex Rodriguez. The game is over. Nobody has your back. Nobody wants you. They investigated my clinic. They investigated, I believe, for insurance. They fined me $5,000 for one of my disappointments doing baseball. We worked together. I was very good that I had a track record. I've been doing this for many years. If you had the knowledge that I had, the experience that I had, and you know the truth about the testing and the flaws, it was also cakewalk. Okay.
A creator.
Biogenesis laboratory process surrendered. The DEA this morning. Mark ended up taking all from those high school. Anthony Fox, the former owner of Biogenesis. If he's not good enough because the other player is simply better, that's fine. You can live with that. But if somebody is pointed out, and that's why.
Okay, so you have been spending a lot of time in your head, fighting with what you know is the truth.
It's not the most believable story. But then again, that could...
Yeah, you've been in this energy of, I'm sorry about that, a lot of neighbors. You've been really icing people out. And this is this is messages from your shadow. So your shadow really wants you to look beyond the illusion, because the illusion that you've had, it's crazy, because I don't feel like you're in this energy. I feel like if you are still in this energy, you're definitely coming out of it. But your shadow really wants you to address those things that you have been pushing to the wayside. It's crazy because I don't feel like this is the energy that you're still in, and if you are, you're definitely coming out of it. Maybe because of what's going on. What's going on with the pandemic, you have been really in isolation, and it's really getting to you. I feel like this, if you're in union, this could be causing a lot of fights, making you overthink. I also feel like for some of you, you could have been in the void, or you could be in the void. And this is really messing with you because you can see beyond the illusion. But when you're in the void, it's like, it's very in and out. Oh, goodness, yeah. 1 minute, you're like really happy and ecstatic. The next minute, you're just like, I'm over it. One is, I want to get off of Earth. I want to get out of this human body. But it's all happening in your mind. I do feel like there's resistance. But I don't feel like this is you. Maybe there's circumstances that you're in right now. Maybe in union that you're in that's causing all of this. Yeah, it could be that you're in union with someone. Maybe it could be a twin flame. But you're definitely like waking up. I do feel like this group is definitely in the void, most of you. But your shadow really wants you to get out of your head. I feel like you need to be out with people, out in nature, actually socializing. Because this is affecting your mental health, you being in isolation for so long. It's only going to make you more edgy, more irritable. You need to be around people because you have a very bubbly personality, a very like happy. I just like when I'm tapping in, I can't help but like smile and laugh. And your shadow is expressing that you need to be out. You need to not be in your head so much, out of isolation. It's not good for you. Okay, let's go into, because yeah, and there's healing that's coming from all of this. So let's get into your oracle. Hostilities, conflict, unrest. Yes, see, It's crazy because, like I said, I don't feel like you have a very bubbly personality. So you definitely need to be out. Remove yourself from situations that are causing you to be in conflict. Make sure that you're working out, because I do feel like you have a lot of energy that, and if you don't do anything with that energy, it's going to become destructive. I also feel like you guys are like very impatient right now. I don't know what you're actually waiting for, but it's like there's something that you're waiting for that's making you very edgy. The path. I do feel like your angels are, your spirit guides are lighting the path for you, helping you find your way. Oh, and like I said, the level up. Look at that. Those doors are being opened. They're you're being shown the way. Like, continue on the path. Self-acceptance. Yeah. Your shadow really wants you to be able to accept all aspects of yourself, especially the shadow. To love every aspect of you. The shadow. Yep. Yeah, your shadow has been, I feel like this is my pile, because my shadow has been, woo, it has been messing with me. So really pay attention to when you get upset, the way that you speak to yourself, especially in the mirror. Do things that make you smile, that make you laugh, that keep you in the lighthearted energy. Because you have a lot of Yes, I was just about to say it. You have a lot of healing coming to you. Healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed at this very moment. So yeah, so you could be going through this, the hostilities, the conflict, maybe if you're in isolation with your significant other, but there's a lot of healing that's coming to you guys. So if you're not in union, I do feel like there will be a reconciliation. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Yeah, don't make decisions out of guilt, because you only become resentful, and then you'll actually move from a place of not being happy, a place of really just a negative place, and you have such a bubbly personality, you don't need to be in a negative place. So just know that there is healing that is coming, but when you make your decisions, make sure that you're grounded. Make sure that you've actually, you know, seen both the good and the bad in the relationship. Take a 5-minute walk before you say things that you don't mean. But if you make a decision based on guilt, then later on it's going to blow up in your face, because it's not what you really want. Vitality. I am healthy and vital and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Don't think so, chump. So you could have contracted COVID, and I was hearing that earlier. So just make sure that you're taking care of yourself. If you're doing meditations, picture yourself in a healthy light. Same thing for family as well. Okay, guys, let's get some final messages. That one. I am treasured. Isn't she so cute? Yes, you are. You're treasured. I am destined. Yes, you are destined for greatness, baby. And I am a warrior. That's my girl right there. Okay. One more message, Spirit. One more message, angels. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. I am worth loving. Yes. I do not have to earn love. I am lovable because I exist. Others reflect the love I have for myself. Yes. All right, guys. Well, those are your messages. I just want to thank my guides and your guides. I really hope you received the messages that you needed to hear. And I thank you so much. I feel so honored to be able to be your messenger. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button one time for your girl. And if you have already subscribed, I thank you. I appreciate you. And go ahead and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload. And again, guys, I appreciate all the love and support. I love that my channel is growing, and we're growing together, and I wouldn't be able to grow without you. So I really love all you guys deeply, from the bottom of my heart, guys. But most importantly, remember, your body's a temple, so cherish it. Your spirit is perfection, so embrace it. Your soul is limitless, so free it. And always, but always, stay true to you. Take care, guys.